So, good morning. My name is Andrew Cowling. I'm the Senior Channel Marketing Specialist at PFU EMEA Limited. Thank you for joining me today, exactly halfway through the year. On one hand, it feels as though the year's gone really quickly, and yet with current circumstances, it also feels like it's gone incredibly slowly. But thank you for joining. I hope you're all keeping safe and well, and I hope that in your respective countries, you're looking forward to things slowly starting to get back to normal. Today, as you're probably well aware, we are celebrating the launch of some new products. This took place a couple of weeks ago, and it may be that you joined the video, the launch video that we did on the day. But if not, then this is your first good look at the SP series and what it can do. So really what I want to try and do in this webinar is show you how these new SP series scanners can really help organizations in their day-to-day scanning needs. One of the key things that they can deliver is organisational intelligence, and in a very budget conscious way. And really what I mean by organisational intelligence is the capacity of an organisation to maximise the use and value that it can get from information that it has access to. The exciting thing as well is that we are in the final stages of putting together a report, a research piece around organisational intelligence and how that can help you further conversations that you might be having with some of your customers about improving some of those processes, automating workflows, and embracing digital transformation. So today we're going to cover really who the refreshed SP series range is for. What are those challenges that those customers face? So how can we help you have those conversations with those customers? How the new SP series can help, and particularly what's new about the refreshed range. So here we have the three new models. What you'll notice is that we have now dropped the flatbed version, but essentially we've brought in three ADF scanners, the 1120N, the 1125N, 1130N. The only difference is speed, 20 page a minute, 25 page a minute, 30 page a minute. And we'll go into some of the features later on. But essentially what we've done is we've taken feedback from our end user customers, we've taken feedback from you, our channel partners, and really improved the range so that it's very much the budget conscious scanner for day-to-day standard scanning needs. So in terms of who it's for, most businesses really know that they need to digitize processes. They know that this is going to unleash huge efficiency gains, but a lot of areas, and COVID-19 has really brought home the fact that a lot of areas are very, very paper heavy, very paper intensive, and the automation and workflow improvements that are needed to stay competitive just simply haven't been done. They haven't been embraced. And maybe this will be a catalyst for change, that organizations need to really look at taking that step towards digital transformation to not just remain competitive, but to even survive. So the SP series is really for businesses that are taking those first steps towards structured scanning. They may be looking to move away from multifunction printers, and we'll look at some of the typical characteristics of those potential customers later on. They might be looking to try Fujitsu scanners for the first time, and they're only really just starting to recognize the value that digitizing their documents will achieve. And of course, they might not necessarily want to take that first step into our flagship FI series. They might want to try that budget conscious model that then could have that scalability potential throughout the organization to further models of the SP range, or as I say, upgrading to the FI scanners. So the SP series will really play that important role in helping businesses of all sizes, from small to medium-sized enterprises right up to large organizations. And let's have a look at those in a little bit more depth. So I know we've got lots of people from different countries on the call, but I chose one country, UK. We had access to the data, but within the UK, we classify an SME as an organisation that has less than 250 employees, an annual turnover of less than £40 million, and a balance sheet annually of less than 34 million. Incredibly, there's 5.4 million SMEs in the UK, and these comprise up to 99% of all private sector businesses, so a huge chunk of the market. And then if we broke that down further, 96% of those are classified as micro businesses. So those are businesses that employ fewer than 9 people. The admin burden, as we all know, is very acute for SMEs, and they find themselves really weighed down with greater levels of admin as the business grows, as they look to scale up their business, so that admin burden grows. So anything they can do to reduce that admin burden is a lifeline. And then they can get back to, and this will be a theme throughout the webinar, is why did they start the business in the first place? It's adding value. So it's really concentrating on those core parts of the organisation that's going to add that value and enhance that conversation. So it's all about integrating paper documents into digital workflows, how we can help with automation, efficiency improvements, compliance, security. And it's a very simple step really that will have a huge transformative impact. But of course, they're all contending with limited budgets, limited resources, and they need something that is affordable and does the job really well. And that's essentially what the SP series is for. It's a little different, the story for larger organizations. I guess they're probably looking to provide efficient digital capture at key process points and probably as part of a larger digital transformation effort. There's still the limitations of tight budget, and it's not uncommon for public sector as well to fall within this bracket. So also for them, there's that conversation. The SP series really can offer something that's compact, economical and effective. But what the two groups have in common, so SMEs and large organizations, is that they have a need for a solution that on the one hand makes admin easier and less time consuming. They want to maximize the value they can get back to their core business. And on the other hand, it really allows them to maximize the use that they can get from the information within their organization. So saving admin, but also getting that information into one place, consolidating that information, and then making that content useful. But they might also share some common characteristics, and this will all be around regular scanning requirements for inputting data into workflows, ad hoc scanning to very much deal with unstructured paper-based information, and they're cost conscious. They want that high quality, dependable solution, and they want any benefits from a solution to be quick. They don't want something that's going to take up a lot of their time. They don't want a lot of teething problems, complicated installations, and they all have that admin challenge. So what is the scale of the admin challenge? Everyone knows they need to reduce the burden, and this can really recover months of productive time a year and really the salaries that pay for it. According to Sage, as you see on the slide here, the average small business spends 120 working days a year on admin, and that's equivalent to 5% of the total capacity that's spent on things like accounting, recruiting, and miscellaneous paperwork. So incredible amount of time. They're all necessary activities that need to be done, but none of them directly generate revenue. And admin often goes unseen. If you add up 5 minutes of photocopying here, 10 minutes of email there, which is very much part of the hidden cost of quality, it doesn't just waste time, but it casts a shadow over effective planning. And these sort of hidden fragments of work are very difficult to identify and account for. And you'll see here Rob Douglas, who's the Vice President at Adaptive Design, Adaptive Insights. He said in response to Sage's research, small businesses just cannot afford to spend 120 working days a year on manual administrative drudgery. Not solving this means companies will struggle to know their current situation, let alone plan for the future. So a very pertinent message from Rob Douglas there. One that I think is core to a lot of the messaging that we could help you take to your customer base. And it's also an active drag on productivity. The average business spends over £35,000 on admin every year, and that includes wages and software. And that money could really be spent on employing an additional full-time member of staff. And that counts for a lot. When you've got a business that's got less than 10 people, having an extra member of staff counts for a hell of a lot. And there's also the hidden cost of admin that sort of sits with every employee, which is around empowerment and lost attention that they could be spending on issues like customer service, sales and marketing, product development, and many core functions within the organization that may well be being neglected because admin is key. Another message here from Alex Lang, who's the managing director at Stage, who very much is talking about how much time is taken up by the regular members of staff within the admin function who could be contributing to revenue and profitability. But what can we do? How can we help? 40% of small businesses say they struggle to know how they can make admin cost savings to be competitive. I think they all know it. They know that that's one of the key things that are holding them back. And this will be a core part of our research into digital transformation. It is how can we really help them to understand that those short-term gain, sort of short-term pain will lead to that long-term gain. So if the end users recognize the problem, whilst they don't know how to solve it, we can talk to them around integrating paper into the workflows as being a good place to start. Another piece of research, this is by McKinsey, and they're really talking about how digital transformation can yield operational savings of up to 25%. And one of the key factors that they have identified for successful transformation is digitally upgrading day-to-day tools. Digitalisation does not in itself transform, but it is very much a key enabler. It opens that door to automation, faster processes, and more efficient workflows. So when your customers ask themselves how they can make efficiency savings, your answer is digitization. And I suppose beyond this, at a more of a strategic level, digital transformation can deliver organizational intelligence. So that will give you richer, more robust data sets, and that allows for greater insight, and that really helps create solid ground for truly transformational business decisions. For a lot of businesses, areas like accounting, compliance, and HR remain stubbornly paper-based. And again, I don't wish to sort of dwell on COVID-19 too much, but functions simply haven't functioned because their paper-based information is in the office. They are remote working, and they simply don't have the access to that. So I think there's very much an initial conversation to be had with your customers around backfile conversion when they return to the office to help those processes become more efficient, more manageable. And should the unthinkable happen, then at least we're not, or we're enabling companies to perform better and survive. People are used to doing stuff in a certain way. They're worried about the cost. They're worried about the effort of changing processes, but there might also be concerns about data security. There might be skepticism towards new technologies like digital signatures. But either way, these are all very good and prime opportunities for digitization to have a significant positive impact. As we know, paper is a barrier to more efficient ways of working, takes up more space, slower to search and transfer. It's easier to make mistakes, and it's far easier to lose, to be stolen or to be accessed without authorization. We have some very good content around the sort of the paper to digital journey, and particularly some of the hidden costs of paper, the indirect costs of paper. So again, we can help you perhaps take some of those messaging to your customer base. Oh, I'm still on this page. There was one survey that found that 21% of employee productivity losses were down to paper-based documentation challenges. And this doesn't include the additional drag of paper on digital initiatives elsewhere in the business. So digital transformation is very much effective when it spans the whole organisation. Analog blind spots are very much like a faulty cog. It might just be one part that's broken, but it slows the whole thing down. So it's all about accelerating administration, ensuring the entire organisation is connected, and digitising paper is that obvious starting point. So why a dedicated scanner? I'm sure lots of your customers will say, I have a multifunction device, it works perfectly fine. We don't necessarily say you need a dedicated scanner in place of your multifunction, but here is why you need a multifunction device and a dedicated scanner. So there's 4 key reasons really for a dedicated scanner. There's more efficient document scanning. They're much better at handling multi-page documents, and a separate machine means you don't have to wait for someone else to finish printing, photocopying, or whatever they might be doing. There's a consistent output quality, so dedicated scanners very much deliver that clear, consistent quality image, and that's really, really essential for those downstream processes such as data extraction, or if your customers want to convert images into searchable PDFs or editable Excel files. They all rely on accurate optical character recognition, so it's critical, as you see here, for OCR. Automation. A dedicated scanner can automate a lot of routine capture tasks, so that scan process, that extract part, and then sending those files to multiple locations, all at the touch of a button. And it's a better use of space. Scanners have a far smaller footprint than MFPs, so if you have a workspace that's got limited room, like reception desks, like forgotten back offices, and really when capture's being rolled out across multiple touch points, that compact space is critical. Another slide there just to show you the second generation. So really looking into more depth at the second generation SP series, I've said already how it's going to help customers to meet their day-to-day scanning needs, very much delivering organisational intelligence in a budget-conscious way. And they really allow users to effortlessly capture their paper-based information with consistent high-quality output, and then convert images into common digital formats for that ease of integration into digital workflows. In addition to enabling organisational intelligence through digital transformation, the SP series also streamlines processes, accelerates efficiency, and that time lost arranging, filing and searching for papers can be freed up to focus on core business activities. So what's new in the second generation? As I say, this is very much based on feedback from you, our partners and customers. The second generation now features PaperStream Capture. So the first generation, we bundled PaperStream Capture Lite. We now have the full version of PaperStream Capture, and that enables users to create searchable PDF, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel files. We also now have LAN support, hence the N at the end of the model names. And this new Ethernet support provides liberated connectivity between the scanner and PCs on the network. So it's key now that users are no longer constrained by the length, I guess, of a USB cable. Mac and Linux support, that's coming soon. Hopefully within autumn of this year, the series will offer basic support for Apple computers over USB only. And our same driver will offer the same features for Linux. For a simple Windows installation, you can use our WIA driver from day one, so from now. And then finally, the fourth key selling point of the new generation is USB 3.2 connectivity. So far improved transfer times means a lot less time lost. And that's not all really. It's all about how that the SP is that cost-conscious scanner for businesses that don't need the thrills, but do need a dependable solution. So we very much put them into 3 pillars. Fujitsu's industry-leading software in a compact, affordable design. Dependable image quality means information in documents is easy to access and process, and fuss-free usability and an easy configuration. The biggest improvement, as I alluded to earlier, is that it comes with a full version of our powerful PaperStream Capture software. PaperStream Capture is our own leading document management software, and it is very much about how we can help automate and streamline the capture, distribution, and indexing of scanned paperwork. It has a very easy to use user interface and a setup wizard that makes it very easy to configure in a way that precisely matches the required workflow. We have a lot of content on PaperStream Capture to really help you get your head around what it can offer your customers and how you can talk to your customers about the benefits of PaperStream. The scanners themselves come in a very convenient, compact package, and they take up less desk space than competing solutions, and this makes them perfect, as I said earlier, for workspaces with limited room. They also make a lot less noise than other solutions, so they won't distract colleagues. We also have the PaperStream IP driver, and this ensures reliable, consistent image quality. And what this will do is it will automatically clean up scanned images without the need for user input. So it's all about reducing that time that has to be spent, not just pre the scan process, but during and after the scan process. And another argument around why you need to scan through dedicated scanning devices rather than perhaps a multifunction device. PaperStream IP, just going back to that slide, it can very much adjust for even things like coffee stains, wrinkles on documents that might have pattern backgrounds like you see here, and it will just clean it up, delivering a very crisp, legible image every time. And then those images generated with the driver can then be automatically converted to searchable text. So you imagine how far easier that is to convert into an OCR document that's then editable or extracting information than, say, if that was your first time scan. We then bundle ABBYY Fine Reader Sprint, and this is a piece of software that's embedded within PaperStream IP that recognizes text in scanned images and helps to convert those into searchable PDF files, all those Microsoft Office applications that I mentioned earlier. It's TWAIN and ISIS compatible. This means that users can integrate their scans into workflows directly or via PaperStream Capture's process automation. So we're working with a lot of ISV partners on integrating the SP series into some of their document management solutions, those ECM solutions, and we're hoping to help roll those out as well over the coming months. It's really about fuss-free usability. How can this be as simple to use as possible, simple to train on as possible? How can we make tasks quicker, easier, more manageable? So thanks to a profile-driven user interface, the SP series doesn't need that much training. It reduces the scanning procedure and the capability of user error. And we have this quick scan button that allows for immediate scanning using a default profile that's been already set up or could be set up in time. Installation is just as easy. The wizard-based interface takes the technician through setup step by step. And thanks to PaperStream IP.NET, users can quickly connect to any scanner on the network from any computer. So that, again, limiting them from having to connect via a USB cable. And I guess finally around the SP generation, it's a Fujitsu product. We have over 50 years expertise in the industry. We've sold over 10 million scanners, so we are the market leader. And businesses can rest assured that whilst their scanner is affordable, it's no less capable, no less reliable for it. It uses the same software as the FI series, so there's a straightforward migration path should the capture solution need scaling or become more advanced. So that's a key message to really take away from here, is that for businesses that might want to take that first journey towards digital transformation, the SP could be perfect for that. And then there's that scalability conversation as time goes on. So it's really, the range is a culmination of all our experience, all our expertise from decades at the forefront of scanning in very much that economic, dependable, easy to use package. Nearly there. To sum up, admin is a challenge. We all know that. We all have our own admin concerns, but it's distracting businesses from revenue generating activities. So by integrating paper into digital workflows, that is going to help very much to solve the admin challenge. And at the same time, simultaneously, you can help them amplify organisational intelligence and support digital transformation. The SP series really helps those cost-conscious organisations to help solve their paper problem with this very, very powerful, dependable functionality. So in particular, these last 3 points here, it's profile-based workflows to help with simple, efficient, automated processes. It's powerful image processing to help make sure you get those reliable, clear scans that then get pushed into those downstream processes, and then that subsequent conversion into files that are usable. And it's the LAN connectivity to help access from any computer on the network. So what next? I think there's some conversations, there's some opportunities that you can take if you're a distie on the call today to your reseller base or resellers to customers. Who already owns the SP series? Is there a conversation that could be had to say, look, we've now got the new SP generation, this is what it can do for you? Have we got customers that already have some of our low-end FI models? Perhaps there's a conversation to be had where budget is tight, that they might want to roll out the benefits of digital transformation across other departments within the organisation. So is there a conversation about SP? Are there customers of yours that have competitive products? Maybe they'd like to try Fujitsu. Maybe they now have heard about the benefits of the new second generation and think that that's going to fit their needs. Are there customers that already buy complementary products and services? There's a big opportunity at the moment around the need for dedicated scanners, the need for digitizing and moving away from paper-based processes. And of course, is there anyone out there that is a heavy ScanSnap user that may want to take that next step to digital transformation? The SP series is very much that on-ramp to those next steps. We have some great assets available. So within our imaging channel program, we have a number of tools that you can use to help upskill your staff, to help promote the range. So I'd encourage you to log into the portal, download some of this content. There'll be assets such as our brochures, our sales deck, videos, imagery, and so on. So please come in, download that, take advantage of that. We have email signatures. We're working on content. We also have an evaluation pool, a demo unit pool. So if you have customers that you think might like to try the unit for a period of time, then book one of the units out from our evaluation pool. Discounted demo units are available for you to buy at a discounted price, use for your staff, put in your showroom when we can start getting back out on the road, take that to customer visits, take that to trade shows. And with our demo units, we allow you after 90 days to sell that on. But work with us, ultimately come to us, talk to your partner manager, talk to me. I'm more than happy to help you with content and help you with messaging to start to identify those opportunities to build that pipeline and to help you sell and grow your business. A couple of last slides. Just wanted to reinforce perhaps some of the application areas, some of the key areas that we can be talking to organisations about that might have been struggling, that might now need to improve some of their processes. So within HR, within accounts payable, within contract management, perhaps talking to them about digital mailrooms and so on. I've mentioned the imaging channel program. Please, if you're not a member, join up. It's free to join. A whole host of enablement tools to help you understand the scan opportunity and, as I say, help you upskill your staff and update your website. We have syndicated contents for all our products, for all our accessories held at CNET IceCat WebClage. So it's simply a case of adding in the SKU to your system, linking yourself up with one of these syndication companies, and that will automatically populate your website with content. So talk to us if you'd like to understand more about how you can make that connection. And what I've also done here is listed out the accessories of the new SP generation. So again, this content is held here, but very much the same as you would have found with the first generation of the SP, with the main difference being the fact that rather than an upgrade now to PaperStream Capture, there's now an upgrade path to PaperStream Capture Pro. So if you'd like to know more about Capture Pro, then please talk to us. We have some very good workshops that you could look on at that. But we have a cleaning kit, we have a consumable kit, and we have an extended warranty. So I'm very keen to make sure you've also got those listed and to help for some upsell opportunities, perhaps at point of sale. Imaging rewards, always encourage you to join up Imaging Rewards, log your sales, you earn points for products that you log, and then you can exchange those for a wealth of prizes, experiences, and so on. For the month of June, which I know is the last day today, but you can still log your sales for June. We have double points on 2 of our ScanSnap models, and we have double points on the first generation SP series. So please make sure you log up, you log in your sales, and we'll credit you with your points. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. We'll make this video available tomorrow through our automated email, and we'll also be uploading this to our imaging channel program in the webinar section. So given that we're now past 10 o'clock, I will come back to any questions independently, but thank you for joining and have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.